What's up, YouTube? It's me, Alex, and we're here for some Disney announcements. So I did a Snow White trailer reaction yesterday, and I also reacted to the reveal of Stitch. I didn't realize that it was the D23 2024 announcements that was going on, so there's a lot of stuff that popped up, and so I want to kind of share some of that stuff with you guys today, as well as reacting to the Moana 2 trailer and the Percy Jackson and the Olympians little teaser, and then the Mufasa trailer. So first, we're just going to get into some of the announcements that I saw. So a third Avatar film is on the way, which I think we knew that. I'm pretty sure years ago James Cameron announced that he wanted to do 7 Avatar movies, and after watching The Way of Water, I'm pretty sure we're going to be going into the direction of the new generation where we're focusing on Jake and Neytiri's kids. So I guess fine, like the Avatar movies are fine and they're beautiful, like that's a huge plus, so I'll keep watching them for that reason. And it's scheduled for release on December 19th, 2025, and it will be called Avatar Fire and Ash. It sounds very much like a YA title, you know? There is a new Pixar film coming out called Monster Jam, and they're saying it's very much like the aesthetic of Cars, but with like monster trucks. Cool. Toy Story 5 will be coming to theaters summer 2026. I really do enjoy the Toy Story movies. 2 is my favorite. I do think we should have stopped after 3. I think 4 was good, but I don't think we need to make any more. Like, I'm aware that they always do really well, and I think the movies have been good. The stories have still been pretty strong, but I feel like we should stop while we're ahead. Like, we should stop while we're ahead. Because Woody's story was finished, and I feel like if we were gonna maybe the 5th one is focusing on maybe Buzz's story being finished, but Woody's probably still going to be in the movie because you can't have Buzz without Woody. But I don't know. I feel like Woody's story is finished. What are we going to tell next? And Tim Allen and Tom Hanks are older and they sound like it. So I feel like we should stop while we're ahead. But fine. I'm still going to watch it. Elio is going to premiere next summer 2025. And this is the one, I've seen the trailer for this one. And this is where the little boy's like in space. That trailer, I'm sure you've seen it because I think it played before a movie in theaters. I thought it was coming out this year, but I guess it got pushed back to next year. It knows about an 11-year-old boy named Elio Solis who accidentally becomes the intergalactic ambassador of Earth after making contact with aliens. So it sounds like Jimmy Neutron, but on a whole other level. We will be getting a third Incredibles film, and it is currently in development, and of course Brad Bird is returning to lead the project, which I think is great. But my issue with this movie is going to be if it continues right after Incredibles 2. I enjoyed Incredibles 2. Incredibles 1 I think is still a top tier animated film, top tier Pixar movie, and I feel like the second one doesn't quite live up to that because I feel like it was fun that they continued right after, but I need there to be a time jump. I need there to be a time jump. I need Dash and Violet to be adults, like in their early 20s or something, and Jack to be like a teenager, at the youngest being a preteen, like being 13. I need them to do a time jump. I think Jack being a baby, that comedy ship has sailed, and if they do it again, I feel like it's going to be lame. I'm sure the movie will probably still be good because I feel like no Incredibles movie has been bad, but I feel like not doing a time jump will be a problem for them if they keep making more. So give me a time jump, please. Zootopia 2 will be released next year, and it will be in theaters November 26th, so right up for Thanksgiving time. Oscar winner Ke Huy Quan will be in the movie playing a new character who's a viper named Gary. And then, of course, Jennifer Goodman and Jason Bateman will be returning as Judy and Nick. And I love Zootopia. I really liked it when I first saw it. I remember watching it more times after that because I think even though it is a kids or family feature movie, it has a lot of like adult commentary in there. I thought it was hilarious. Like, I really did like it. I haven't watched it in a long time, but I feel like it still holds up. I don't think it needs a sequel, but I am interested to see like what they do with it going forward because I feel like the plot of the first one was so kind of actualized for that world that I'm interested to see what they do going forward. Like, what is this villain potentially going to be doing going forward? I feel like it could have been benefited from maybe being a show versus another movie, but I am a fan, so I'm optimistic, as I always tend to say. And then we'll have Frozen 3 will be released in 2027, which you can look at my review for Frozen 2. I haven't watched Frozen 2 in a long time, but there were definitely parts of it that I really liked, and I really liked the music. Frozen was another movie where I feel like we didn't really need a sequel, but I did like Frozen 2. That first teaser trailer of Elsa trying to conquer the water, like get over the waves, was like so seared in my brain. And then apparently there's supposed to be a 4th one as well, so these 2 movies are supposed to, I guess, resolve whatever is left from the 2nd and 1st movies. Sure. Sure. I guess the biggest thing is, will the music be great? Obviously, Let It Go, big thing. Love is an Open Door. Frozen 1, all the songs are bangers, honestly. They're all good. Frozen 2, I particularly like Elsa's songs. Into the Unknown, I'm sorry, I'm a basic person. I like a good ballad. I really liked Show Yourself, and I did like Klaus. Just watched the Umbrella Academy. Kristoff's song, because I'm glad they actually gave him a song. Because I'm like, how do you have Jonathan Groff and not give him an actual song? And I really like that song. So I like the songs. So I hope Frozen 3 and 4 have great songs as well. And then, of course, we know they're doing a Freaky Friday sequel with Lindsay Lohan and Jamie Lee Curtis returning to reprise their roles. Who's switching bodies? Like, y'all need to go therapy. How about that? Of course, we know Lilo and Stitch is coming out next summer. We saw the reveal of Stitch, which I thought he looked great. Thought the casting of Lilo for a while ago was great. Casting the little girl is adorable. And of course, we know about the live action Moana film that's coming out. And I think that actress they picked to play Moana, I think that's a good casting as well. In terms of TV shows, we have Inside Out is getting a show on Disney Plus. Fun. Ironheart, which has kind of been like, I feel like in production for a long time, is still apparently coming out. I'm not sure. They did apparently show footage, but like, I don't know. I feel like Marvel definitely has a lot of reassessing to do. So we'll see where Ironheart fits into all of that, since I think Marvel has a lot of course correcting they need to do, especially after the Jonathan Majors stuff and them going forward with this whole Robert Downey Jr. as Doom thing, which we're not even really going to get into that. Daredevil's coming back with a new series with the same cast, and I did enjoy that show. I never actually finished it, but I did enjoy it, and I did enjoy his appearance in She-Hulk, so I'm interested to see what they do with him going forward. And I think that's kind of it about the news of the movie stuff. So let's jump right into these trailers. So we're going to start with this little 55-second tease of Percy Jackson and the Olympians. I still need to do my review for it, but I did enjoy the show. But when I rewatched Percy Jackson together, I found myself getting a little like bored at a point. We'll talk about that another time, but I don't know. And I really liked the book series, and I liked the cast a lot. I had my issues, so I really hope that they kind of taken a lot of the criticism that they received. I think some of it valid criticism for season 2 and Sea of Monsters. They did cast Tyson, and I think this is good casting. I've never seen this actor before, but I think just going off of the book, and I think that he was good casting. They cast Daniel Dimer as Tyson in season 2, and I'm like, oh, I think this is good casting considering the fact that Tyson and Percy are brothers because Poseidon's their dad. I actually feel like this is really good casting. Like, even looking at this picture, I'm like, y'all kind of look alike. You know, like, you can look at them and say, oh, I can see how you guys could have the same dad. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna be fun.
My name is Percy Jackson. My name is Percy Jackson.
The way people grow up so fast. And I know he has a deep voice because I've watched interviews. I know it. Good Lord.
I am a demigod. Monsters come at me. So do the gods. Last year, I had to stop a war.
No, it's the chariot race.
It's just the beginning.
Go, Percy! Obviously, there wasn't going to be much there, but hearing Walker Scobell's voice really just kind of threw me for a loop for a second. I'm so glad they got a second season, and I hope they get the rest of the book. I feel like they will, but I hope they don't take too long filming because these kids grow up so fast, and I need them to not do what Stranger Things does and wait so long in between seasons, because I think that is the biggest problem with Stranger Things. So I hope they don't follow suit with that. It's great that Percy Jackson finished its run on TV like in January, and they're starting production now, and it's August. So that's great. This is a great schedule. Let's keep it going. Let's keep the momentum going. Okay? Now let's watch the Mufasa trailer.
It's time. I'll tell you a story. A story of a cub not much bigger than you.
So just to be clear, we're not in this story.
There's a lot of stories with all of us. Tell one of those. Long before they became legends, Mufasa and the prince who would come to be known as Scar became brothers.
Hello, what's your name?
Mufasa.
I told you to wait for me. We can't just leave him here.
Rules are rules, Tucker. The king will never accept a stray.
I'm not a stray. I'm just lost.
Interesting. I was about to say, why is Taka British? But right, Chiwetel Ejiofor plays Scar in the first movie, and he's British. And Scar is British in the animated movie.
Not associate with outsiders. Tucker is the future king. We must
Interesting.
protect the bloodline.
Interesting.
Dad, I saved his life. I have a secret.
It's like-
Mufasa. I always wanted a brother.
I always wanted a brother.
Sometimes I get a scent. It's barely a trace on the wind. And it smells like home. Then it's gone.
You and Tucker together, that is home. Now both of you go. Find your place in the circle of life.
Ooh. White
The
lion.
circle is broken. There will be one lion king.
Roll credits.
Mufasa, run.
We must fight together. If we fight, we die.
Just to be clear, I never signed up for this.
I'm here to protect you, my brother. Mufasa! This was a bad idea! We're alive! I did it! I saved us! You were saying?
Right. Red! Red! Okay, so Aaron Pierre is playing Mufasa, and Kelvin Harrison Jr., who I love, is playing Taka, who will be Scar later. He looks like he's definitely putting on like a little accent. When he was in Cyrano, he kind of affected his voice a little bit, but didn't have an accent. Like he's not British. So I'm very interested to hear it throughout the movie, because you hear a little bit of it in the trailer, and I think it sounds a little silly, but well, I'll let it slide for now. So I guess Blue Ivy is playing Kiara, the little cub we see at the beginning. And Thandue Newton must be playing Eshe, the mother of Taka. And Mads Mikkelsen is probably playing one of the evil lions, because he plays a villain very well. So let's look at it again. So I'm pretty sure that's Kiara and that's Blue Ivy. Fine.
What's your name?
Mufasa.
I told you to wait for me.
Yeah, that's Thandue.
Rules are rules, Tucker. The king will never accept a stray.
I'm not a stray. I'm just lost.
So it's been a while since I've seen the first live action Lion King. I feel like I only saw it one time, and I saw it in the theaters. I have to like look at it kind of side by side, but I do think they're trying to make them emote a little better. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm trying to see that that's what they're trying to do. But I think it's interesting, though, is that Taka, Scar, was a prince before, and Mufasa got lost or separated from his family, and then at some point in the story, like obviously they grow up together and become really close as brothers, and Mufasa grows up in Taka's pride. And then, you know, I know male lions do tend to go off to create their own pride, or, you know, they don't necessarily always stay within their own pride. So I think this is kind of showcasing that, and it's just funny, I guess, in that way, which is probably leading to why Scar is so bitter, is that he was actually born into a royal family as a prince, but somehow Mufasa potentially wasn't born a prince. I guess we'll see officially, but he still manages to become king for whatever reasons happens in this movie, as this is a prequel. So that'll be very interesting to see like how that story unfolds in this movie. Look at him, he's so cute, he's smiling. So they try to make it a little bit more animated, I think. A little bit more emotive.
We must protect the bloodline.
But Dad, I saved his life.
But Dad, I saved his life. wanted a brother. I've always wanted a brother.
Sometimes I get a scent.
Barry Jenkins directed Moonlight, which was a great movie. So I have a little extra hope in this one, I guess. Not a lot, but a little extra.
Find you placed in the circle of life.
It's the circle of life.
The circle is broken. There will be one Lion King.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's Mads Mikkelsen. I feel like he doesn't have a list, but he does kind of has like a weird, like, he emphasizes his S's like very hard. I don't know. Maybe he does have a list.
Mufasa, run!
Mufasa's like called to being king. Is probably how this is going, you know? Like the ancestors, the spirits or whatever
Just to be clear,
is calling him to be king.
I'm here to protect you, my brother.
We're alive! I did it!
I did it!
You were saying?
I think that's a really fun trailer. I have to say that I'm interested to see like how the story unfolds. I'm here for it, sure. And I'm pretty sure people are going to be like, this is going to be challenging how I view Scar as a villain. Now, what I will say, my complaints about some of these remakes is how they're trying to make you sympathize or empathize with the villains, and I don't always like that. I feel like it's okay for villains to just be bad because they want to be bad or because they're bad. I don't need them to always have a sad backstory, which is one of the issues that I had with Maleficent. I didn't like the fact that she had this sad backstory. Just let her be petty. Just let her be petty. I don't like that they keep trying to do that. I just hope as they keep doing these remakes or they do tellings of their story, whether they do it from a different character's point of view or from the villain's point of view or whatever, that they don't keep just trying to make them be like, oh, this is why they're bad. I don't care. Let them be bad to be bad. But something really happened here to make Taka be so bitter. And I'm pretty sure he'll get a scar by the end of the movie. So the last trailer we have is the Moana 2 trailer. And I remember at first Moana 2 was supposed to be a TV show, but then I guess they decided to take the TV show and make it into a movie. People had their thoughts on it. I kept my thoughts to myself because I was like, well, I don't have an opinion because I haven't seen anything yet. So we're going to watch the trailer and see what we see. And I can already tell like her hair is different. Like they styled it different or something. Girl.
You wanted to come this time.
Oh, pull up.
You were gone forever.
It was 3 days.
She's a sister.
Before Maui stole Tipiti's heart, our ancestors wanted to connect our island to all the people of the entire ocean. It's my job as a wayfinder to finish what they started.
Moana, show our people just how far we'll go.
Oh.
This is a call from the ancestors.
Hidden in a terrible storm. It's an ancient island. Setting foot on its sands would break the curse, bring our people together again.
I know what I have to do. Maui, I could really use your help.
Hey, welcome back, Busty.
Can I get a chee-hoo?
You will be destroyed, and your wayfinder too.
Now I kind of miss the lava monster.
What if you don't come back?
I'll be back. I promise.
Do I hear people?
Those aren't people. Kakum.
These guys.
You guys, we got this. Bring it on, Coco.
Again. She has a sister. Aw. I love the music in Moana. When that movie came out, I was listening to that soundtrack often because even outside of the songs, I was just listening to the soundtrack because I think the music is just so beautiful. I'm excited to have that back of Moana 2, the music. I remember at the end of the first one that she goes off from her island to explore the ocean and explore other islands. So it looks like she's still doing that. She's the wayfinder of their tribe. She was wearing like a chief crown last time. So is she still that role but also their wayfinder, or is she more of the wayfinder than she is like the chief?
You were gone forever.
It was 3 days.
Where are we going?
Before Maui stole Te Fiti's heart, our ancestors wanted to connect our island to all the people of the entire ocean. It's my job as a wayfinder to finish what they started.
Moana, show our people just how far we'll go.
The call from the ancestors.
Hidden in a terrible storm, it's an ancient island. Setting foot on its sands would break the curse, bring our people together again.
I know what I have to do. Maui, I could really use your help.
So I wonder what this curse is that's keeping them from connecting. What a beautiful family. I wonder how many years it's been between this and the second movie. I mean, between this and the first movie. Because the little girl has to be like at least like 5. So I would say it's been at least 5-6 years. Which Moana came out like what, 2017? I like when movies, if there's a sequel, that they show a time, like a time jump. Like you don't have to always start it like right after the end of the first thing. So I like when they do that. So that is the last thing we're going to talk about today that came out from Disney's announcements. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below on the production starting for Percy Jackson. Did you like the first season? What are your hopes for the second season? And especially if you are not a book reader, like what do you expect to see going forward? And let me know your thoughts on the Mufasa trailer and what you think that story will be like and how you think the movie will maybe affect how you see Scar as a villain. And then of course the Moana 2 trailer and whether or not you think that this movie should have just been a TV show the way it was going to be originally and how you think the story is going to unfold. Let me know all your thoughts in the comment section below. Thanks so much for sticking out this very long video with me. Be sure to like and subscribe, hit that bell to get notifications for when I post more videos, and as always, I will catch you in the next video. Bye.